This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. High school football, an overtime thriller, and a one-sided blowout this third Thursday in October. Those of us anticipating an old-fashioned barn burner when Serrano hosted Hesperia were not disappointed. Casey Mahalchek's Diamondbacks beat Casey Goodnow's Scorpions 36-35 in overtime, an urgent Thursday triumph for the winner in the Mojave River League standings. Gavin Lamb scored 2 touchdowns and 1 two-point conversion. His second touchdown came in overtime. Anthony Rucker rushed for a touchdown and 2 two-point conversions, including the game winner. Cade Lefevre scored 2 touchdowns as Serrano won for the 6th time and improved their Mojave River League mark to 2-1. Zamar Melville rushed for 2 Scorpions touchdowns. Daylon Williams ran for another. Sophomore quarterback Darius Williams threw 2 scoring passes to Daniel Cerna, and Mark Romero was 5 for 5 kicking PATs to account for Hesperia's scoring. The loss dropped the Scorpions' league record to 1-2. They are 5-3 overall. Robert Metzger's Bulldogs rolled over Sultana. Jacob Webster ran for a 41-yard touchdown and threw 4 scoring passes, 2 to Junior Dennis, a 38-yarder to Deegan Johnson, and a 44-yarder to Evan Nasser, who also caught a Jonathan Bruce touchdown pass. Jalen Gooden scored on runs of 23 and 45 yards. Defensive back Royalton Ellen's 100-yard pick six highlighted Bulldogs' defensive plays in the 63-6 victory, the Bulldogs' 4th win in succession. They are 3-0 atop the MRL, 6-2 overall.
Congratulations on your first win.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the High Desert. The Holiday Inn, supporting the teams, schools, and sports programs throughout the Victor Valley. Looking back in High Desert gridiron history, Oak Hills ambushes Apple Valley in this 2015 Mojave River League battle. Victor Valley upsets Barstow in the 99th running of the Axe game. The Victor Valley College Rams get a standout performance from defensive lineman Aaron Morrow against Santa Ana College. Oak Hills at the crossroads. The Apple Valley Sun Devils in their crosshairs. But which Bulldogs team would show up? The one that outplayed Serrano the first half and led the Diamondbacks 10-8 at the half the week prior? Or the team that Serrano outscored 28-0 the second half? Oak Hills wastes no time in answering, scoring 3 first-quarter touchdowns and surviving a second-quarter Sun Devils surge to snap their 5-game losing streak with a 63-28 triumph. It was 5 if by land, 4 if by air, the 9-touchdown onslaught with 8 different Bulldogs scoring. 5 of the touchdowns came from long range, 30 yards or more. Oak Hills junior quarterback Brandon Porter, 16 of 22 for 373 yards with 4 touchdowns. Porter also ran for a touchdown. 2nd and goal from the 7. J.J. Lewis cuts off the block of 300-pound John Peterson, 76, carries Sun Devils with him to the 2.
4th down at the 3. Brandon Porter wants to throw, sees the opening up the middle, and scores the first touchdown of the game. The 5'11", 170-pound junior quarterback caps the 8-play drive that covers 55 yards. The Bulldogs make this a 1-play scoring drive. Aramis Aldridge breaking a tackle, getting outside, down the sidelines, and into the end zone. The junior running back will carry 6 times this night for 80 yards. It is 14-0 Oak Hills. Brandon Porter makes the Sun Devils pay for a breakdown in coverage in the secondary. Kevin Davis, 60 yards on the Bulldogs' last play of the first quarter. From the 25, Mossy Bell to Tristan McNatt, all the way down to the 1. Tristan McNatt carries it in from the 1, and the Sun Devils are on the scoreboard. The try for the 2-point conversion fails. 2.5 minutes into the second quarter, it is 21-6. Brandon Porter gets it to Jeremiah Lorick on the first down play from the 20. Lorick blows past the cornerback and races all the way down to the 19. J.J. Lewis scores to make it 28-6 Bulldogs. 6:49 remains in the second quarter. Sun Devils from their 35. Greg Sprague gets outside, upfield, across midfield to the Bulldogs' 44. 21 yards. Mossy Bell to fellow junior T.J. Lewis, turns the corner, hurdles one last defender, and sprints into the end zone for the second Sun Devils touchdown. Oak Hills won the first quarter. The Sun Devils are determined to win the second quarter. With 6 minutes to go before halftime, it is 28-13 Bulldogs. The Bulldogs scored on each of their first 3 possessions. The Sun Devils have to put up a stop if they hope to get back in it. Angel Avery with the tackle. Oak Hills will have to punt, and the Sun Devils get it back deep in their own territory. A penalty against the Sun Devils brings it to 3rd and long at the 38. Mossy Bell throws back to sophomore tight end Kai Merchant, who brings it down inside the 10. An illegal block on the play moves it back to the 13. It is still a first down. The Sun Devils are aided by a pass interference penalty against the Bulldogs, but time is fast running out in the second quarter. 30 seconds show when Mossy Bell connects with Keyshawn Griffin to the 6. 2 plays later, Mossy Bell to T.J. Lewis on the slant. The Sun Devils have made it a ball game, 28-20 at the half. Apple Valley is hoping for a repeat of the previous week when they scored 34 second-half points in a come-from-behind victory against Hesperia, and Oak Hills was held scoreless in the second half in their loss to Serrano. Oak Hills has the ball to start the second half. Aramis Aldridge picks up the first down. From the 40, right back to the same plan of attack. Jeremiah Lorick, the receiver. Swing pass this way. Christian Navarrete for 8 yards. Brought down by sophomore defensive back Francis Reyes. Brandon Porter looks to all-league wide receiver of a year ago, Jeremiah Lorick, who calmly pulls it in at the goal line, and the Bulldogs are back on the scoreboard. 35-20 Oak Hills, 3 minutes into the second half. Defensively, the second half, the Bulldogs subdue the Sun Devils on all but one possession. The 262-pound junior Rocky Sua, 55, on this play. The Sun Devils' defense never finds an answer to containing the Brandon Porter passing attack. Porter completes 16 of 22 passes for 373 of Oak Hill's 561 yards total offense. The 5-yard touchdown pass to Christian Navarrete makes it 42-20. This caps the Bulldogs' second possession of the second half. Oak Hills will score on every possession in the second half until they run out the clock on their final drive. The Bulldogs effectively mixing the run with the pass. 5 of their 9 touchdowns on the ground. J.J. Lewis scoring from 13 yards out. 8 different Bulldogs score. 4 on pass receptions from Brandon Porter. The final score, 63-28. The victory snaps a 5-game losing skid for the Bulldogs and evens their Mojave River League mark at 1-1. Apple Valley falls to 3-4 on the year and is also 1-1 in the Mojave River League.
Victor Valley upsets Barstow in the 99th running of the Axe game. The Jackrabbits versus Aztecs is the longest standing high school football rivalry west of the Mississippi. The win is the signature triumph for Coach Robert Kistner's program. His young Rabbits rally from a 2-touchdown deficit at the half at Langworthy Field. Rivalry games have brought out the best in Hezekiah Jenkins, who ignited the come-from-behind rally with an 89-yard kickoff return. We get a good look at the 5'10", 140-pound junior wearing number 4 in this clip from the Bell game. Hezekiah Jenkins picked off an Aztec pass in the end zone and returned it 100-plus yards for what proves to be the game-winning touchdown in the 26-21 victory. Again, this interception from the Bell game file. Deshaun Clark, 3, caught a pair of scoring passes from senior quarterback Elliott Beasley. The Jackrabbits' defense limited Barstow to but 1 offensive touchdown, Dimitri Curiel's TD in the first half. The 2 other Aztecs touchdowns came on Jonte Drisdom's punt return and pick 6. Jaquan Gibbs, 23, and Robert Vasquez, 22, are Rabbits' leading defenders shown in this archive video. Victor Valley's victory improves their Desert Sky League record to 1-1, moving them in position for a playoff berth if they can win out against Granite Hills and Adelanto. No easy task. Adelanto overwhelmed Granite Hills in a game that saw 98 points put up on the scoreboard. The 60-38 Saints win is Coach Raphael Perry's second in a row without a loss in league play. The Saints' next challenge, Adelanto hosts Silverado, that will determine the Desert Sky League championship. The Victor Valley College Rams get a standout performance from defensive lineman Aaron Morrow in their conference battle against Santa Ana College. The second-year Ram and former Adelanto Saint recovers 2 fumbles, makes 2 solo tackles, 3 for a loss among his 6 tackles on the day, and is involved in the game's most unusual play when he comes up with the ball after a Rams punt was blocked. How does he define his role on this team?
I see myself as like a quiet leader. Everyone's passed with 5 days and my job, so I have to be talking and make sure I got everything supposed to do.
Quarterback Landon Webster scored the Rams' touchdown against Santa Ana and felt bad about keeping the ball on the option instead of handing off to his running back teammate Deshaun Miner. He describes the play.
So we came out there. I honestly feel a little bad because I robbed Deshaun of his first rushing touchdown this season. He's a dog. He deserves it. He's been putting in work, but they came in, they crashed down, they left the lane right open. I had to take it. So he came over to me and said he doesn't care because he just wanted a touchdown. So, it's all good with that. But
Landon Webster is in almost all of VVC's biggest offensive plays this day. The 34-yard completion to Omari McCullough, his longest completion of the afternoon. Omari McCullough, sophomore out of Adelanto. The first-year Ram out of Victorville's Goodwill Education Center completes passes to 8 different receivers. Jalen Yancey with this catch. Jalen Yancey, another former Adelanto Saint.
And catches
This completion to Christian Macias brings the Rams from midfield into the red zone. Christian Macias, a member of the 2022 MRL champion Oak Hills Bulldogs. Landon Webster scrambles on this play and lofts the deep completion to Omari McCullough, who goes up to make the catch. Jacob Staley, the recipient of one of Landon Webster's 8 completions, Landon Webster threw for 107 yards total. The Rams defense held the second-place team in the American Metro Conference scoreless the first quarter. Leo Lofi Chan Wong, one leading tacklers on this 4th and short denial, but enables VBC to take over on downs. Watch for Ricky Lee Medina, 43, making the tackle here. Ricky Lee Medina, former Oak Hills Bulldog. He's a 6'2", 230-pound first-year Ram. Aaron Morrow and Malik Mosley turn this play in. Former Silverado linebacker Andrew Almost, 27, among Rams in on this tackle in the red zone. 9 is defensive back Prabdeep Mann. Prabdeep Mann and Leo Lofi Chan Wong combined to tackle the Dons ball carrier for no gain. From these 2023 highlights against Santa Ana, we flash forward and update Rams highlights from their current season. Victor Valley College quarterback Seth Burbine threw 3 more touchdown passes, giving the first-year Ram from San Bernardino 11 scoring passes in the team's first 5 games. And linebacker Andrew Almost, 27, had a career-high 12 tackles in the Rams' last outing, a road game at L.A. Pierce. Andrew Almost, a sophomore and former Silverado Hawk. The Rams, their next home game is October 26th against West L.A. Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment, and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today. Looking back in High Desert Gridiron history, 2 2013 prep pairings, veteran coach Lee Udy's Victor Valley Jackrabbits against upstart Rafael Janorio's Silverado Hawks for the Desert Sky League Championship. And Apple Valley's Mason Kelly has a huge game at Sultana. Defenses dominate when the Victor Valley College Rams host high-powered Southwestern in this 2017 conference encounter. All-CIF wide receiver Tyron Smith sets school pass receiving yardage record in this 2019 Sun Devils triumph. Victor Valley Jackrabbits, crosstown rival Silverado Hawks. The Desert Sky League title at stake. Victor Valley unbeaten in the DSL. Silverado favored to beat the Jackrabbits and throw the league championship into a 3-way tie. At season's outset, most would not have thought Coach Leland Udy's final regular season game would be for the league championship, not even the soon-to-retire Jackrabbits coach.
I thought we had a shot at least being one of the top 3 teams. And it's kind of worked out for us. I didn't think I'd be 4-0, to be honest with you, but our kids just refused to bend, and they're not overly big, but they got a big heart.
Udy at the end of a long career, Silverado's Rafael Janorio, his 2nd season at the helm of the Hawks.
Because this is probably the biggest game we've ever had, but, funny things happen in this league. DSL, it's always been like that, and so yeah, this is great. This is really great for everybody, the community, to have it come down in this last game. It should be fun.
Luis Rosales, field goal, 3-0 Jackrabbits, 5:17 remaining in the first.
On Silverado's first possession of the second quarter, Deshaun Williams picks off the pass that's tipped into the air, and Victor Valley's offense is back in business at the 15. 2 plays later, Donald Mitchell weaves his way through the Hawks secondary, and the Jackrabbits lead is 10-0. Mitchell, a junior, finishes the night with 80 yards on 16 carries. Had Silverado's defense not been stingy in the red zone, the Jackrabbits may have put the game out of reach by intermission. Tyrese Myers with the slashing touchdown-saving tackle. 4th and goal from the 1, denied. Tyrese Myers, number 21, again. 16 is Dana Jenkins. The Hawks hold Victor Valley's lead at halftime to 10-0. Silverado's second drive of the second half would produce their first points of the night. Sam Taylor connects with Kier Parker for the first down. But Victor Valley's defense stiffens in the red zone, and Silverado is held to a field goal. Alan Manzo's 21-yarder makes it 10-3, 9.5 minutes into the second half. The fourth quarter would see the tide begin to turn in favor of the favored Hawks. A scoring drive landed Silverado at 4th and goal inside the 10, and the Hawks kicked their second field goal, but a roughing the kicker penalty led the Hawks to take the 3 points off the scoreboard, given new life with 1st and goal at the 4. 3 plays later, Sam Taylor carried across from less than a yard out, and the ball game is deadlocked at 10. As if turnabout is fair play, the Hawks defense throws up another goal line stand. A 1st and goal at the 9 ends up with a field goal attempt that's off the mark, but talk about turnabout, this time it's the Hawks penalized for roughing the kicker. On 4th down, Luis Rosales' 17-yard field goal splits the uprights, and Victor Valley regains the lead 13-10 with 1:23 remaining. Tony Gutierrez, 231-pound senior defensive lineman, executes the crucial 3rd down sack, essentially icing the win.
As soon as we got that, they were 3rd and 15, 16, whatever. Oh my God. I knew that they were going to throw a screen because we were bringing everybody. So I told Coach, bring everybody, and I'll stay back because I knew they were going to run a screen.
The final, Victor Valley 13, Silverado 10. The Jackrabbits, Desert Sky League champions.
How much of this was for Coach Udy?
All of it. As much as possible.
Everything. He's given so much to this program. Everything's for him, especially since this is last year. I love that man.
We want Coach Udy to go out with the bang. Love you, Coach Udy!
Apple Valley in the Mojave River League opener for the Sun Devils. Apple Valley, a team often dependent upon their defense to provide scoring opportunities. Sultana finds this out the hard way. Apple Valley's defense with takeaways on the first 2 Sultana possessions, capitalizing both times in jumping out to an early 2-touchdown lead. Gerald Williams intercepts, setting up Apple Valley's first scoring drive. On 4th and goal at the 3, Justin Connors to Patrick Mariani in the corner of the end zone. Jacob Munoz scores Apple Valley's 2-point conversion, 8-0 Sun Devils, 5 minutes in. Sultana's ensuing possession, Dempsey Robinson, 84, Mason Kelly, 43, and Noah Soleil, 45, sandwich the ball carrier. Justin Wagner, 22, recovers. The drive stays alive when Mason Kelly takes the toss and carries for a first down inside the 10. 2 plays later, Gerald Williams benefits from the fake to Mason Kelly and finds pay dirt, and it's 15-0 Sun Devils. Some youngsters want to dance like Mick Jagger. Soccer players want to bend it like Beckham. Apple Valley defenders want to tackle like Mason Kelly. The senior linebacker in action. Apple Valley's defense plays takeaway again late in the second quarter. D'Angelo Guillory with the interception. Guillory will add a 4th quarter touchdown to his resume on a run of 10 yards. Justin Connors caps the first half scoring with the 14-yard pass to 6'2", 230-pound junior tight end Dempsey Robinson. Connors will throw 3 TD tosses on the night, connecting with Brandon Mapstead on a 10-yarder in the third. The Sun Devils defense completes its domination, shutting out the Sultans, and Apple Valley emerges with a 36-0 triumph.
Offensive highlights are few and far between in the Victor Valley College battle against Southwestern, a game far closer than the 30-14 score suggests. A contest dominated by the Rams and Jaguars defenses and as evenly matched statistically as a game could ever be. When it's all over, all said and done, both teams leave Hawk Stadium with 4-2 records. By those comparisons, this game should have gone down to the wire, but in fact, the home team Rams slam their way to an early 14-0 lead, and the visitors do all their scoring, 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals with a safety tacked on in unanswered manner. It was the Rams' overwhelming defensive efforts that set up the first scoring in the game. Kendall Blakely and Chris Rubin sandwich the quarterback, stripping the ball away. Justin Carroll picks it up at the 15, dives for the goal line, and appears to score. The official rules down at the 1. Kahili Brown follows the Rams' O-line and fullback Sean White and strikes pay dirt to open the scoring. Second play, second quarter from the 28. Trey Cox leads Michael Bonham. The former Silverado Hawk hauls it in at the 10 and runs it in. The loss snaps VVC's 4-game winning streak and puts them at 0-1 to open American Mountain Conference play. Apple Valley wide receiver Tyron Smith breaks the single-game school record for receiving yards in the Sun Devils' 9-touchdown outburst at Sultana as Apple Valley bounces back big time from their MRL loss at Serrano.
Practice this week was a little tougher since we were coming off that loss against Serrano, and we knew we had to bounce back from that and completely show our skills and continue to win out from the season. So it was a little harder. Coaches were pushing us a lot more. Weight room was more serious, so we took it a lot better.
This is 1st and 5 from the 30. J. Max Denigal gets it quickly to Tyron Smith, who spins outside, then cuts to the middle, outrunning the Sultana secondary, the 70-yard sprint, the 9th TD reception on the year for the junior wide receiver. Apple Valley scores 3 touchdowns the first quarter, 3 in the second quarter, and 3 more the second half. Touchdown number 4 on the night comes on Tyron Smith's 45-yard catch and run. As for J. Max Denigal, 15 of 16 this game for 442 yards. He has eclipsed 1,000 yards passing thus far his sophomore season. Tyron Smith's 3rd of 4 touchdowns on the night comes with 25 seconds on the clock before intermission. Kenyon Edwards Jr., 58 yards as time is running out in the first quarter. Kenyon Edwards Jr.'s 178 yards this game carries him over the 1,000-yard milestone. The eventual shutout is Apple Valley's 4th of the year in their 7 victories. The 63 points, the most the Sun Devils have scored this season, and the Sun Devils leave J. Reed Field with their 7th win in 8 games. Bid fast and last. Sold on showcasing sports headline makers seasons past. You can bid virtual live online on firearms, vehicles, electric bicycles, collectibles, fine jewelry, coins, antiques, classic cars, and more at bidfastandlast.com.
Start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Your way, Internet.
Congratulations on your first win.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last. Sold on supporting High Desert Sports. The Bradco Companies supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the high desert. The Holiday Inn, supporting the teams, schools, and sports programs throughout the Victor Valley. That will wrap it up on this edition of your High Desert Sports Report. On behalf of Victor Valley TV and Video Sports Productions, thank you for watching. We hope you can be with us again next time around.